Again for chapter 6. So as I promised that we will be discussing the best way of life. Now, as we know that the majority of rules that we follow came from that we inherited. So it is like something that we inherit from our ancestors that came it's like a top bottom strategy, like in a programming or computer programming you find a top down strategy. So it was like at the top or the primary ancestors, and the set of rules came to be followed by the subsequent generations, and it passed on from generation to generation, and we still hold that. So in this pursuit, as we know, as we need to definitely, as we believe that there exists something divine, so definitely we need to prove that we accept that, and we are humble towards them. We vow towards them, like to be carrying up their commands, and we will be holding some morals. Will not get immoral. Like, how do we come to know about the morals? Now, who is or what is that agency that will be able to provide us any morals? Like, anyone may claim to be an agency and may influence people, may brainwash and try to make just an outfit or a group, and that is following that agency. Like, you may even say that a monarchy of any form, like the form of regime in ancient times was monarchy, and still it exists in some parts of the world. So monarchy provides you some rules, though which they expect to be followed by the citizens of their dominion, and we need to follow that, otherwise we are not accepted as a true citizen of that dominion. And who is supreme within the dominion? Now that is the monarch or duke or the king. So we need to follow them, or the rules set by them. And some rules are set by our ancestors. So the person who is most influential within the community evolves the rules and sets them for others to follow. And those rules continue to be inherited by further generations. And as the time changes on and more factors become influential, or more factors came into being that can influence human life, there was bound to be changes in the rules. And as the environment changed and as the circumstances changed, the factors grew. So if there were 5 factors anciently, there are 500 factors now. And definitely there will be 500 types of opinion. But we need to unify them. So how come? So there needs to be unity. And of course, in order to provide unity in diversity, we need to provide something uniform. And what can be uniform? The only thing that can be uniform amongst all school of thoughts, amongst all modes of lives, amongst all rules, is liberty. Liberty is a primary thing and the basic to all set of rules. So if you provide liberty to every sect, every group, every school of thought, so that means you are accepted by them as well. So this unity can be brought about by liberty, and if you make things hard for a group or for anyone, definitely they will resort to a revolt and bring you down. So what you got to do is to provide them liberty in order to get a reciprocal to the liberty of your own existence. If you are a power, or if you are cult followed, or if you are an agency exercising power over mass. So what really matters here is power. As I told you, the leadership is power. If you prove that you can empower others, definitely people will be following you. But you need to be a role model, or you need to refer to some role model. Without role models, people cannot follow anything. And whatever in this world takes place according to the will and wish of these leaders. Now, these leaders command the whole military to attack some other dominion. So it's only a few. The command is only in the hands of a few, and they exercise control. They may conquer other dominions, but who is benefited ultimately? Only the supreme leader within that community or that country or that dominion, not the mass. So the power is gained by the supreme. Now, how they attract people? They attract people by making them believe that they are within the community. They form communities. So communalization is the best practice in order to bind people. So that is why people make communities or form communities in order to make people follow them or be in their bondage. Yes, in the bondage, but though they provide it a cover of a community that they are following community, just like the leader following the community rules. So it's just like a con game, you say. Even if you don't say it's a con game, it's something that is psychological, like you say, it's brainwash and nothing else. And as this practice has been prevalent since inception of humankind, it is continuing. But now the time has come that we need to provide liberty and we need to provide space to everyone. And if you want your own school of thought to exist and you want more subscribers to your school of thought, the only thing that you can do is provide a role model. If the role model is found to be at benefit, definitely all, barring none, will follow that role model that proves their supremacy among all. So this is an era of a role model or the role models, and people tend to follow only successful people or the power. So leadership is power, and there are no leadership traits and there are no leadership qualities. The single or the sole quality of a leader is power, and leadership traits are not static but dynamic. That is, they keep on changing according to time and situation and according to the individual who is into the position of a leader. After all, the leader became a leader because of his power to lead, or the possession of power that makes others get attracted to them as a leader. So that's all in the chapter 6, and in the further chapters we'll be discussing like the human mode, like there will be a divine influence definitely on human life, and it will continue to be, and we need to accept the fact that we are all into existence because of some supreme power, and we must be thanking to them, we must be standing in gratitude to them, and this is the way, this is the only way we can repay them, and no other means, because they are themselves so powerful, and that they are provided us power, so we cannot pay them in any manner, but definitely we can accept, we cannot pay, but we can at least pray. So this is all in the chapter 6. That was chapter 7. Okay, so